One thing that's happened this week is that CRI have been refused planning permission to give more inconvenience to local residents in the St Matthew Street area of Ipswich. Also, you know, they haven't got it. The thing is, it's apparent that, well, all along I said that the Suffolk DAT, which is a quango left over from the last Labour government, should have never give CRI the contract anyway, but that's another matter. Right, now, what's next? Right, the first week I did these, we visited the Suffolk lost villages of Forrington and Pannington. Last week we visited the lost villages of Felsh and Witten. This week we've got some more lost villages, and here they are. Hello. Behind me, just over there, stood the parish church of St John the Baptist, Alston. There's nothing really to see. There's not a flint. Well, apparently they found a few bits of glass, but there's nothing. No trace of it. There's a few cottages about, and Grimston Hall, which was part of the village of Alston. But apart from that, there's nothing left. It's now part of Trimley Lower Street, so it's part of Trimley St Martin. So it's now part of Trimley. Not the better part of Trimley, but at least it was fortunate enough not to end up being part of Walton, which is also a lost village. It's part of Felixstowe. And here's the main village street of Walton. That's part of Felixstowe. No village character anywhere. Trimley is just far too good to end up being anywhere else. There is the parish church of Trimley St Martin, and there is the architecturally superior parish church of Trimley St Mary. This is the land of the treacle miners. Trimley people are known as treacle miners. It was a name they gave themselves to get, and customs and excise believed that they were actually stupid enough to try and mine treacle, so they left them alone while they were smuggling in loads of stuff at the continent. And the pub behind me, when they renovated it a few years ago, they found loads of stuff, holes and stuff in the walls that shouldn't have been there, where they were hiding stuff. True story. Right, this is the top of Bullen Lane coming up from Bramford. Down there is Bullen Hall Farm. Now, over that way, that piece of area is called Bullen Green, and up there is Bullen Substation, as you can see. Right, now Bullen is no longer a village. Look over there because it looks nicer. Bullen is no longer a village, but the surname that originates from the village still does. So we have the Suffolk surname of Bullen. A certain Tudor family of the name Bullen thought the name was a bit too common for their liking and changed the name to Boleyn. Talking of which, when Anne Boleyn was a little girl, she stayed here at Irwitton Hall in Irwitton. There. And legend has it her heart is buried in this church. In church here. Hence the pub in the village is called the Queen's Head, as you can see. Well, and hence the row of houses behind me is called Boleyn Place. Okay, now here's a report concerning the state of local government in Suffolk. Now, Prince Harry said that Suffolk people were strong, durable and hard-working, like the horse that bears the county's name, which they are. Hence the good people here in Hadley didn't just beat Tesco once, not twice, but thrice. Good on them. Too right. Now, anyway, the first Suffolk punch horse was born in the meadow behind me in Ufford. right, but I'm not talking about punchers here. Now I'm talking about the way local government works in Suffolk. Now people in places like Brook Hall and that can be as smug as they like. It's not good for them in the long run, because if the economy in Ipswich deteriorates and Ipswich ends up being a dump, the value of their houses go down, so they have no reason to be smug. We need a unitary authority in the Ipswich area, and so it's not actually fair that the county council actually uses Ipswich as a cash cow via council tax money to look after people in Woodbridge and Lavenham. It just isn't fair. Ipswich needs a unitary status, and that's the way it is. Because as it isn't, the way it's being run by the present administration is not in the interest of anybody, and so basically and the county council using it as a cash cow is not in the interest of anybody, so it needs unitary status. With places like Brook Hall, Kesgrove, Martlesham, Broughton and Brantford and Pinewood in it, Ipswich would be able to thrive. But when it's actually has a local authority in charge of the hole in the middle of the donut, it can't. And if the county town suffers, the county as a whole suffers. Now, some people reckon that a Riverside View is biased against Norwich, like look, Norwich is biased against Ipswich. Howsoever, here's a report from Norwich. Yeah, look, Norwich, they say they're not biased towards Ipswich, and they've actually threatened legal action against somebody who said they're not biased. And anyway, people around here in Norwich believe that Norwich is a really nice place, that Ipswich is a bit of a dump. I mean, I can't actually think of anything further from the truth, but you see, they get their news from Look Norwich, so they wouldn't know any difference. Okay, that's it for this week. This is a Riverside View.